Moon Knight Season 2 is allegedly a full go for Marvel Studios and Disney, and Season 2 is going to be a huge departure from the first one, because the second season is going to directly tie to all the events of the MCU by featuring Rama Tut, aka another Kang variant who's closely connected to Egyptian lore. So when it comes to Tut, that variant of Kang, we of course already saw him at the end of Quantumania. Yes, very much connected to Egyptian lore, and yes, this straight up works for Moon Knight. So is it at all surprising that recent reports have suggested that Marvel's Moon Knight Season 2 will in fact be more of a connected piece of content to the MCU, and that they want Moon Knight to show up in Secret Wars, so the best way to do it is for the second season to follow the trajectory by adding a Kang variant as one of the main villains, if not the main villain, to kind of put Moon Knight on a collision course with the rest of the MCU characters. From a story perspective, it makes sense. From the perspective of he needs to be more integral to the MCU, it makes sense. So all of this, in my opinion, checks out. Like, it's literally everything you need to be able to bring Moon Knight into the bigger continuity. Now, of course, could they take this a little too far? I think so. There's obviously the possibility that this could take some of the charm away from Moon Knight, in which the charm came from the fact that it can largely be a standalone series. That's what worked for Moon Knight. But again, we know it's in the MCU. They have to make it matter. So making it matter obviously means he's got to be more integral to the MCU. We got to get to the Midnight Suns. We got to get all this stuff out of the way. And the ending of Moon Knight Season 1 already goes far out there with what they do with that giant battle, what they establish, everything that's going on. We already had Easter eggs for Tut in the first season. There's multiple of them. So this, to me, just kind of tracks with everything we've been hearing and is like the correct course of action. This is the thing that works. I'm excited. I just want to see how they're going to handle it, and what do you do with this character, and how does he come back, and wouldn't that technically mean that it's just another Kang variant in the MCU proper? Like, why are they all attacking this one timeline? That doesn't make sense either. So, I don't know. I gotta see more of how they pull this off, and even if they do, before I commit to, well, it's great or it's a disaster.